Good morning. My name is William McKissock. I'm an expense reduction consultant with Schooley Mitchell. We help businesses save money, but we also like to help businesses promote themselves, and we want to help the community reach out and find good information about good, solid businesses. And in front of me today, I have Mike LaVoy. He's one of the best real estate agents you'll ever meet. And I'll ask Mike just to tell us a little bit about himself, and then I'll ask him some questions, and we'll find out a little bit more about what he does. So, Mike, over to you. Who are you, and who are you with, and what do you do?
Good morning, William. My name is Mike LaVoy. I am a realtor with Dalton Real Estate. They're based out of St. Pete, Florida, but I am in Tampa. I work primarily around Hillsborough County and Southern Pasco, and I've been doing it for longer than I care to think about, William.
Well, tell me, Mike, how did you get into the business of real estate? What brought you to being who you are now? Well,
back in 2006 and 2007, remember the big crash in the market, and the housing market went down the tubes. I had an investment advisory firm at that point in time, and I had investors come in and ask me about buying rental properties, and I would help them in the process and do the pro forma and get things, tell them whether it was worth it or not. And then I would hand the transaction off to a realtor who was making the money. It didn't take very long to figure this out, but if I got my real estate agent, I could do the whole deal and make the money.
Yeah.
Well, it turned out that I actually enjoyed doing it, so I was able to sell my investment firm and got in the business full time.
Cool. And what makes you different from all the thousands of other real estate agents out there? Why are you better than everybody else?
And there are thousands, about 16,000.
Yes.
I actually return my phone calls. I return texts. I will answer questions. A lot of the big issue of most people have with a real estate agent is that they never hear from them. I will actually get back to you. It may take a couple hours, but I will get back to you. I am the client's advocate. I am not doing this part-time, between us. This is not a side gig for me. This is a full-time operation for me.
And I guess what I'm hearing there is that you're always there for your clients. You might be busy with a client, but when you're available, you're there for the people that need you to buy and sell their homes.
Exactly. I am, and you're exactly right. I may be out with a client. I may be in a closing or something, and it may take a little bit of time to get back to you. But the theory is I try to get back to you within 24 hours. It's usually a lot less than that, but no more than 24 hours.
Yeah, I get it, because you could be busy with a lot of stuff. I can imagine in a day's work of a real estate agent, there's a lot of stuff that you're doing. So during the COVID-19 outbreak, what is the kind of market, the horizon look like? What's going to happen now and moving forward with this situation?
Well, COVID has changed the way we show houses, the way we list houses. We're doing a lot more virtual, just like this, talking to clients and buyers and sellers through Zoom, it has changed the way we're doing the business. But when it gets right down to it, you still have to meet with the people. You have to have a face-to-face. I mean, nobody's going to buy a house, or very few people are going to buy a house based on what I show them on a video that I put through, and go through the house and make a video. It's not likely to happen. So when we go meet with somebody, we're wearing masks and we're wearing gloves. Use a lot of disinfectant, not disinfectant, but with
hand sanitizers, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Hand sanitizer. I've been through more hand sanitizer in the last month than I have in my entire life.
Yeah.
So we do the 6-foot rule thing, buyers and sellers. It has changed a lot. The market has it's slowed down a little bit because the people aren't out as much as they used to be. Like on the weekends, you don't see people driving around through open houses.
Yeah.
They don't just drive by and stomp into the house. It's really difficult to do an open house right now because you can't really do it.
Yeah.
But it has slowed down a little bit. But in certain sectors, especially like the 400,000 to 600,000, that used to be one of the hot areas, and it's slowed down a little bit. Less than 400,000, saying at 250 to 350. Those houses are still selling pretty quickly because there's so few of those on the market right now.
Okay, that leads me to what I'm thinking here is that what is the Tampa, or the city of Tampa and the greater Tampa Bay market been like? What kind of hit has it taken? Do you have figures, numbers, examples?
Well, week over week, this last 7 days prior to the prior 7 days, there were 3,200, give or take, new homes put on the market this last week. And that encompasses the whole MLS, which is Pasco, part of Pasco, some of Pinellas, Hillsborough, Polk, and Manatee counties.
Yeah.
So there's 3,200 homes put on the market this week, this last 7 days, as compared to the 2,900 the week before that. So houses are coming back on the market. A month or so ago, when this whole started, you saw a lot of people taking their houses off the market, temporarily taking them off the market because nobody knew what was going to happen. Those houses, again, are coming back on the market. I mean, if you get on the MLS, you can see it. Those houses are coming back on the market at a pretty good clip.
Mm-hmm. That's very interesting. And for people listening to this, what does MLS stand for?
I'm sorry, multiple listing service. It's the service, the subscription that realtors subscribe to. You can put your house on there, and that's where the companies like Zillow and realtor.com and most of the real estate agents in the world get their information from an MLS.
Yeah. And as far as new construction is concerned, is there any advantages to buying new construction at this time?
Actually, a good question. Yes, there is. At the moment, there was a mid-month drop in sales, and I believe it was 18% drop in sales in the new construction section of the world.
Yeah.
So this would be a very good time to go out there because they're probably not seeing many people. It's like the open houses. That's basically a big open house out at the model homes. Those guys are sitting there with nothing to do. They would love to talk to anybody that comes in the door, and you probably would get a better deal than you would, a year ago on a new house.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. As an expense reduction consultant, I'm always looking to help businesses, but essentially people save money. So what you're saying there is now's a good time to go and get a good deal. But also to add to that, it's still of value to have a real estate agent by your side, even though you're buying a new property. Is that correct?
Very much so. I mean, you're still negotiating. You're still working with another salesperson who's an employee of that company, whatever company it is. That employee has a fiduciary responsibility to defend that employee or that employer. Whereas your agent, your realtor agent, your real estate agent, is there as your advocate to get you the best deal possible. And that could include buy downs in interest rate. It could include incentives for, upgrades on kitchens or upgrades on flooring. There's a lot of things that the real estate agent can do other than just negotiate the price.
Yeah, because you've bought and sold so many houses, you know what the good stuff is and what you need to negotiate for. So having a real estate agent beside you is very valuable, even buying new construction. I can hear the message loud and clear there.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost the buyer anything to use your realtor. I mean, the real estate agent is paid by the seller, whether it's a new house or an existing house. The real estate agent gets paid by the seller, so it doesn't cost the buyer anything to use that realtor. And if in a new construction, if you don't use a buyer, if you don't use a buyer agent or a buyer realtor, the commissions are loaded into the price of that house anyhow. They do not take the commissions out just because you're not using a realtor. They just go back to the company.
Yes, I hear you. So if it's $500,000 to buy a house, whether you use a real estate agent or not, you're still paying $500,000 for that house. So it makes sense to, even at new construction, to have a real estate agent involved with you, because there's no cost. All you can do is get value out of it.
It does not behoove you to not use a realtor. There's no financial gain not to use a realtor.
Yeah. Well, okay, Mike, thank you. That has been a fantastic run through and an understanding of where you're coming from as a real estate agent. And also for anybody watching and listening to this, you can see why I brought Mike on here to talk to him, because he's one of my favorite real estate agents that I know. And obviously what you've just heard from my probing of Mike to get some good information out of him, it's real quality information, and you can clearly see that Mike is a high quality, caring and giving real estate agent. So if I can recommend a real estate agent, I can certainly recommend this one. And what would be a good phone number to reach you at, Mike?
Our office is 813-864-6370.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mike. And good luck with the rest of your week and through this process.
You too, William. Take care and be safe.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.